Yo, bros. So, another Kendra G video. Let's check it out. Let's see what we got. It's a kind of a long one, so I don't know if I'll watch it fully. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm ready as I'm gonna be.
Oh, okay. Am I, how do you say your name?
It's Tanika. I'm sorry. It's
God, I
Tanika.
had it all wrong. Tonica.
It looks like
Tanika.
Monica with a T, so I get it.
Okay, I can remember that. Baby, that's just why I love you so much. Tamika, how old are you?
I'm 50.
Okay, 50. What you do for a living, boo?
I work in finances, annuities, and life insurance.
Okay.
Yep.
50 and still in the dating market.
You have any kids?
I do. By birth, I have all boys. 27, 27, 19, and 11.
How about the same man?
No, two different fathers.
So 3 kids, right?
Yep.
And where you calling us from, babe?
I am in Ankeny, Iowa right now, but I'm originally from Ohio.
So you live in Iowa?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got Tonica, right?
Tanika.
Tanika, ooh, child, make explode over. Tanika, 50. She works in finance, life insurance, Iowa. Mine of 3 by 2 men. Have you ever been married?
No, never been married.
Okay. What kind of man you looking for, girl?
Okay, so this is gonna be strange because I really came on here originally to try to find my mama partner, but she was like, "I'm in a meeting," so I said, "Fine." I'm actually in a long distance relationship with somebody, but we are interested in bringing a third person on. So I would like to meet a young lady.
You're in a long distance relationship. You want to bring someone else. What? You're not even in a present. It's like you're not even with. How about find a relationship where you're actually together? What?
Here in the Ankeny area. I knew you was gonna say that. Here in the Ankeny area. I do have permission from him. He's in Detroit. I'm in Iowa, but we've been friends for 5 years prior to me moving here, and we just continued our friendship. And that's my man.
So are y'all friends or are y'all
We're in a
relationship?
relationship. We're in a relationship.
So you're looking for a female to add into your relationship.
Yep.
I have said this that more women have called for the poly experience than the men. Men have called, but it's
Yeah.
always the more women. So how old you want this girl to be, child?
Anywhere but
Why you just say you want? It's like stop with this pretense. Just say you want a woman. I mean, like what? I'm in a long distance relationship. And now he wants. No, just stop that shit. It sounds so stupid. What? God, women make themselves sound so stupid. Just say you want a woman. Not that hard.
between 40 and 55. He's a
Okay.
little younger than me. He's 46. Um, and just be open. He is a practicing Hebrew Israelite, so she has to be understanding to that as well.
So what are
Um,
some of the things that fall under that she has to understand?
she does have to understand that polyamorous does not necessarily mean threesomes all the time. It doesn't mean that we all just are intertwined all the time. She has to understand that he is very diligent and very disciplined. And so we want to just create an atmosphere and create a home where everything is a little bit more peaceful. I
Why does she need to care about him? Is does she want to find a woman that's in Detroit with him, or a woman that's in Iowa with her? Women make dating so complicated.
understand, like, as a brother, he's out there conquering the world as far as I'm concerned. So when he comes home, we just want it to be someplace where we can all just be good and be safe and be secure. He's very protective over me. Um, so I just want somebody that can fit into that. Plus, because we're so long distance right now, I would like to get to know her first and just see if like the vibes all match. You know what I'm saying? I don't want
So you
to.
want to vet her before you bring her to your man.
Yeah, Mhm.
So let me ask you this: can she sleep with your man without you?
Mhm. Yeah.
Oh, child, women don't care these days.
It's not about not caring. It's about just being in a space where he's allowed that freedom, and he's very much a provider and protector. And
there's something that I hate. Fresh and Fit. They have said that oh, I want to if you get with a certain type of man, you have to be ready with uh open relationship on one side, one way open relationship. And then you get and men, women and men saying, "Oh my God, he's so misogynistic. Oh my God, he's so terrible. Oh my God." It's like all of these people are saying
Misogyny.
and it's like, really? Really? Because for the right man, right there, women don't care. For the right man, women don't care. That's why I think one, the men that say, "Oh my God, open relationship, this guy's so toxic." Really, you're stupid. You're stupid. Women would do so much. Women will literally go against their supposed morality, supposed they would disregard respect or whatever for the right man, which is whether you like it or not. That's how women work, man or woman. I would say man or woman, but like in this case, yeah, plenty of women would be fine with a one-way open relationship. So I just want to say that because I I'm not saying that I agree with 100% what any creator say, but when you dig in deeper with certain things other people say, you'll see the logic in it. And the internet, social media is so great for content creating because there's always an example, proof, right? Proof to the things you say.
he earns a little bit of freedom. I'm not the type to where I'm like, you got to be up in my face. I may not want to be bothered for a couple hours, and it's not like I'm pressed about what he's doing when he's not around me. I'm not that pressed like that. So,
So let me ask you this: do you date outside of him?
no, I don't have any interest in dating outside of him.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Would this woman move in with you, or would she have her own place?
Well, in the beginning, I would like for her to have her own place because I want her to be just as secure and add value to what we have going on. So I don't want her to come in like she's needy and needing to be taken care of. That's not the situation. It's
Well, isn't it okay? So let me ask this question. I was going to ask that next. So you said he provides for you. Is the goal he's going to provide for her too?
the goal is for him. The goal is for us to provide for each other. He, as the male, is a primary provider. But I don't expect for him to take care of either one of us. I expect all of us to be able to take care of each other, though.
Hmm. So okay, we're trying to get this. We're all trying to figure it out. We're all trying to figure it out. So,
Right.
what is the benefits of the lady?
Um, for me or for him.
No, for the lady you're asking. Like, what would
Okay.
be her benefit of joining into this with you too?
Well, first, a lot of honesty and understanding, a lot of transparency, a lot of direct knowledge and understanding from the both of us, a lot of security. Like I said, I'm a parent. My youngest is 11. So I don't want little kids around because I'm kind of up in age, but just a security blanket for her as well.
You're up in age and doing this foolishness. It's beyond me. It really is.
I don't want her to be needy, like super needy, but I want her to understand that I'm here and he's here and we're here for a better purpose and a bigger purpose. And it's just to be secure, to have a good friendship, to have good relationships, to have just good interactions and peace.
Woo, woo. Okay. So, what are some deal breakers? Did you already do that?
Deal break.
She can't find that in a relationship where she doesn't have to share. I mean, this is the thing. There are a lot of single women. So
Breakers, somebody who's real promiscuous and who isn't disciplined, somebody who is selfish and jealous and doesn't really understand the dynamics of a polyamorous relationship, somebody who's not secure in themselves, because we don't want to add that insecurity to what we got going on. So
Does
those are
he
some of
look
those
a
things.
certain way?
She doesn't have to look a certain way. I've dropped like 20 pounds in the past few months, in the past year almost. And so I do want her to consider her physical health a big deal. For a long time, I didn't. And I'm getting on that now. So she doesn't have to look a certain way. She just has to be in a certain space. Like, don't come over here if you're real insecure. Don't come over here if you can't have good female relationships without it being sexual, because it doesn't have to be sexual. Um, but no, she doesn't have to necessarily look a certain way. I know that he doesn't like. Well, I can't even say that he doesn't like heavy women. I know that he prefers a woman that's a little healthier. You
Okay.
know.
you're heavy yourself. So I don't know. Does he not like heavy women? I saw the arm fat. So
Good,
All right.
good testicles. You know what I'm saying? She gotta have some nice something to look at. Some eye candy, of course.
You said he has good testicles.
No, I said she has to have like good breasts. He's a breast man, so he likes good breasts.
She is shopping on our show for a woman for her man, child. I like usually they together. I think you're the first poly without the man, and literally just said she's looking for a girl with good breasts because that's what her man likes.
Yeah, he likes that.
So
You know.
this blows my mind because I can never do this. But I mean, at this moment, hosting the show for 5 years, I done heard it and seen it all. So there's no jealousy at all of him being with her. None of that bothers you.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
So I want you to respond to this because you seem very confident and direct in this stance. Whenever I have poly people on the show, they talk about the woman usually, and they say that this woman is desperate to keep him, and she's willing to tolerate anything in order to keep him. What do you say to that?
I'm not desperate to keep him. He's been here for 5 years. It's been me that's been stubborn for 5 years. He's been here for.
he's been here for 5 years. You guys don't even live in the same city. How's he been there for 5 years? You don't know what he's doing. You literally cannot say what he's doing at that moment. Been here, it's a long distance relationship. You don't know what he's doing. It's it doesn't make sense.
5 years, and it's never been an issue for me to question him about where his. Like I said, he lives in Michigan and I live here in Iowa. I moved here from Ohio, so we were a lot closer when we were 3 hours apart. But it's just never been a concern for either one of us. I've never been the type to
So
be like.
that's right, you guys. So how far are you? You're 3 hours apart now.
No, when I was in Ohio, we were 3 hours apart, but now we're 10 hours apart. So we haven't seen each other as much. Like we haven't physically seen each other in 2 years, but we.
You haven't seen the man in 2 years, and you're looking to add a woman into a relationship where you haven't been with this man. You haven't physically been with this man in 2 years. So you're just looking for a relationship for yourself. I This is the thing. What women are so deluded. It's like, are you listening to yourself? Are you listening to yourself? You haven't seen the man in 2 years. What women will go into some that kind of stupid kind of relationship? Essentially, you're looking for a woman to just be with you. Just say that. Just be upfront. I just want I'm a lesbian, or I want to now be with women. Okay, cool. But be in a relationship with you when you, who was in the relationship, haven't seen the man in 2 years? What is that woman getting? Just being with you, literally, just being with you. It's not like you're not looking for a woman to be in his city. No, you're looking for a woman to be in your city. Women are ridiculous.
Talk every day. We FaceTime every
Wait,
day.
hold on. Okay. Hold the hell up.
I've been in
Pause.
Iowa.
Pause.
Okay,
Tamika, right?
Tanika.
Tanika.
Hmm.
You haven't seen this man in 2 years?
Yeah, because well, it's been a little over a year. I moved here to Iowa in 2023, and we haven't traveled back and forth. I've been back and forth to Ohio, but we haven't traveled back and forth in the time that I've been here. Yeah. What's so? I mean, it's a long.
You are 50. You are 50 and so stupid. This is why men treat women as a joke. This is why men treat women as a joke. This is why women that are in their 50s, still in the dating market.
Long distance relationship. I started off in saying
Why
that
haven't y'all seen each other in over almost 2 years?
in almost 2 years because I moved here to Iowa. I was 10 hours away
Planes, right?
driving.
There's planes that
Listen. I know. I have taken the time out to go back home to Ohio because I have, take my kids to visit their
Tanika,
father and
that's
things
not
like
your
that.
man, girl. That's not
But
your man. That's not your man. It's not your man. It's not you. It's not your man. Listen. Wake up. Wake up. Wake the hell up. This is not
listen,
your nigga. Okay, he's not.
listen.
He's
I
not your
am
man.
I
He's not.
am fine in our relationship.
This ain't no relation. This the
Understand that?
pen pal. This the email.
No, this isn't a.
This a Instagram DM. There's people in Instagram comment sections that got a deeper relationship than you.
Okay, let me explain something. He has wanted to come to Iowa. I do not like the racial climate here in Iowa. My man is a Hebrew Israelite, and I do not want him to come here. And so we're comfortable where we are. We're comfortable how we are.
You're
I live in
comfortable with
when
the
I listen,
idea that you have
listen.
a man. So you're literally the girl that this threesome girl, is she gonna live where you live or live where he lives?
Well, I would vet her from here, but even if she lived in like Des Moines, because I'm right outside of Des Moines.
Let me
I'm
ask you
live.
this. When do y'all plan on seeing each other in person?
Well, now that I have to say it on TV, I am going to visit him soon because I have vacation
What
time coming
soon?
up. Probably within the next 2 months or so.
Why
I'm
have
not
they
pressed.
what makes this man your man that you have not physically touched in 2 years? Like, to me, this is delusion. So I need to understand how you literally feel like this is your man.
I swear, I've said this before. As women age, they they become bigger red flags. They become bigger red flags. Their delusions become unchecked. They are ridiculous. They are illogical. They are just they all their life have made bad decisions. Most women will not change who they are to fix, right? To fix, make up from continuing make bad decisions. You supposedly moved to a state, a city where there's so much racial problems. Yet you thought it was logical for you to move there. Instead of, you know what? Instead of this is supposedly your man. So instead of when you lived in your old city, instead of moving to where he lives, right, wouldn't that make more sense? Move to where he lives. You chose to move even further away from him. It doesn't make sense. And now you complain about your city being racially divided, racially a problem, racism and shit like that. Yeah, it was fine for you to live there. You know, this is a thing where you wonder why the Pookie players, the Chads, the Tyrone. Why are they up? Why do they don't complain about women. These types of men don't complain about women. Why? Because women are easy. Women are easy to manipulate. Women are easy to use. Women are just easy for these types of men. Because women love the lies. They love the lies. Hell, they perpetuate them. Because they're fine with living in delusion. Women are fine with living in delusion. They are. Right? Because they like to make up how they want to see certain things. How they want to make up how life is. It's just you're 50. It would be understandable if you were 20 and stupid, but now being 50 and stupid, there's no excuse.
Okay, so our relationship is everything.
You get your big fat ass on somewhere then. I don't deal with you big sassy ass broad.
This woman is ridiculous.
Except sexual. And it
Is he
was
in
very
jail?
no. He lives in Detroit. He's an engineer. He's a double degree person.
So there's no reason. Okay, so I'm sorry to keep cutting you off, but you cannot justify why y'all haven't seen each other in person. Like that just does not make any sense.
it has been on me to not go to where he is because normally he'll come to Ohio. Normally I'll go to Detroit. Since I moved here to Iowa, it wasn't a priority for me to actually go and see him in Detroit because most of my traveling, I'm taking my children to and from Ohio. And so it isn't a priority for us to have to be involved. I'm okay being celibate. I'm okay with the way my path is going.
So you're just friends. I'm sorry. When the physical is not involved, you are just basically friends. Just how it is.
So it's okay for us. Now, if I was in a place where I'm like, no, I need to see him right now, then I'll go to him. If he was in a place, and like I said, he's tried to tell me plenty of times, I'm coming here, I'm coming here, I'm coming here, I'm coming here. And I'm like, no, I don't want you here. This place is not safe for black men. It's the 98% state. I don't want that worry. Like,
Doesn't she say she has 3 sons? It's not safe for black men, but safe for black women. Not safe for black men, but safe for your sons? That don't make sense. And why would you choose to move further away from this man to a city you supposedly saying is so unsafe for black men when you have 3 black boys? Make it make sense.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
What? It doesn't make sense. Tell me why? I cannot imagine why. Oh my God, this city is so racist. It's so terrible. But you know what? I want to move there. I want to willingly move to such a racist city. Make it make sense. Please do.
I just sent my 27-year-old from Iowa back to Columbus. I just don't want that worry. I know that he's a very stern, very outwardly spoken Hebrew Israelite. This
Y'all
ain't the
can't,
place for
you
him.
listen, you know what? Here's the deal. Maybe you don't know it. We's free. We not slaves
Yeah.
no more. So
Yeah.
there's other cities on the planet. Like if you feel this way, you're not like if you feel
Listen,
hold on. If you feel like where
I
he is,
am already
there's
in the process
Atlanta,
of
girl,
leaving
we not
here.
slaves no more. There ain't no master. We don't gotta run away. We could walk outside in public. You could go
Okay.
to a different city and say, we's the free. You
Let
acting
me
like this
let
is
me
And she's constantly making excuses, which doesn't make sense. You're an adult, a 50-year-old adult. Yes, you're not a slave. So why are you giving excuses? This is why you can't you can't trust the crap people say online, because it doesn't make sense. You're not making sense at all. You're giving excuses to things you don't need to give excuses to. Why would you move 10 out for a first? You were already 3 hours away from this supposed your man, and now you chose to move 10 hours away from him to a city that you are complaining is heavily racist when you have 3 black boys already. Really don't make sense.
Underground Railroad relationship.
Let me explain something. I only moved here temporarily to get a better environment for my kids. Okay,
Well, no,
so
but the point of the matter is, you said you haven't seen each other because you don't want them to come here. Girl, y'all can meet somewhere.
It's a better environment for your kids who are black boys. But it's not a good environment for this black man. And then you said, oh, I had to ship my older black boy back. This is why another reason why people say that single mothers are more of a danger to their children than single fathers statistically, because your decision making doesn't make sense. Your decision making doesn't make sense.
Where else?
And we are, and we will, but it just hasn't been a priority for us because my traveling right now and my finances for my traveling is to take my children to and from where their father is so that they can spend summers and things like that. So it just hasn't been a priority of us. It's not something that, like, yes, we would love to see each other more often. We talk about it all the time.
Maybe just once.
We talk about it all the time, but it's not something that is like right now, I'm in the process of getting my job and transferring back to Ohio. And I know at that time it's going to be on and popping. I don't have no problem.
So real quick, you consider this man to be your man?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you said he's a provider, so he sends you money?
He sends me money if I need it, but I provide for myself. But if I need some money. How often
does he send you money?
Whenever I ask him.
How often do you ask?
I don't ask him a lot. I don't ask him.
Okay, so he don't send you money often because you don't ask?
He don't. Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't have to, though.
I mean, that's fine. But so there's really no providing. There's really no providing. There's no physical contact. How the hell is that your man? How are you in a... You guys are at best pen pals. At best, you guys text each other because you're bored. At best. That's at best.
You know, he sends me money when I need.
The only reason I brought up that because you said earlier he was a good provider.
Yeah, yeah. Meaning that if there's something that I need
that when you call, he answer the phone, or like meaning like if you text him, he'll text you back.
Even when we're in, mind you, we've only not been in the same space for this past year. I've been here in Iowa.
You told me so. Is it a year?
Since 2025.
Today is February 2025. When's the last time you saw him in person?
Was in 2023. Was in June of 2023 when I moved here.
And you consider this your boyfriend?
Yeah, I absolutely do. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Why would you want to bring another woman into this chaos? That is what doesn't make sense. Why do you want to bring another woman into this chaos? You are... Forget everything. Forget the whole how... just forget about how all the crap she's saying. Let's go back to the topic. Why do you want to bring a woman into this chaos? Everything she's saying is chaotic. Everything. You're not even making the relationship a priority. You're calling this man your man. Yeah, it's not a priority. which it doesn't even make sense. What kind of relationship is your partner not a priority? I don't. It's like, first of all, he's barely providing, which is whether she wants or not, it's fine, whatever. And there's no physical interaction, and she's not even viewing this man as a priority. How is that a relationship? And then now you want to bring another woman into this situation. I mean, there's a fool born every day. There's a delusional woman. There's plenty of delusional women out there. It's just sad and pathetic.
I do. I to the point where I don't put myself out there for other men because there's not another man that, I mean, the friendship that we built, the relationship that we built, I'm good with.
Because
Like
a
I
man
said,
that you can touch would not be better than this, of course.
a man that I could touch would be better, but that's the man that I want to touch. That's the man that I want to touch. I'm not sure like
So
But you haven't touched him in over a year. You haven't touched him in over a year. He's not a priority, so you haven't wanted to touch him in over a year.
you're saying that for the last 2 years almost, you haven't been able to afford to see each other.
we can afford to see each other. It just hasn't been my priority. We only
We got
okay, so
Again, not your priority. How is that your man? How is your man not a priority? That doesn't make sense to me.
let me explain. We met back in 2020. We became friends first. We then the relationship got sexual. We met up. I go to Detroit. He comes to Columbus, and we're fine. When I moved here and isolated myself from everything because I was in a new environment. I needed to focus on my kids and things like that. So we just kept in touch over the phone. It wasn't like, oh, you my man, my man, my man. It wasn't like that when I first moved here. But as we continue to have our friendship, as we continue to grow during this year that I've been here, and I haven't been perfect. I slept with my baby's dad back in August. When I went home, it was a slip up, and we got through that, and we understand that. So it's not like I'm denying myself necessarily. It's just that I know I'm good with self.
Are women that crazy that that they want to jump into this chaos?
Celibacy in my life because it was already there in place before we decided to make it something serious. Now that we've made it something serious, I'm enjoying the path that this is going. I'm gonna be back in his face and he's gonna be back in my face because I'm preparing now to leave Iowa because I'm not happy here. I'm not happy without him. So I'm preparing now to leave Iowa within the next 6 months, and we'll be back together in each other's presence all the time. And so we look forward to that. But it's not like I don't feel like the only thing that's missing from this whole thing is the component of sex. That's the only thing that's missing. I'm 50
Well,
years
okay,
old.
hold on. No. There's so much more to a relationship, a partnership. Like, if you go to the hospital, he's not there. If you need a
Right.
ride,
And so experiencing those type of things is what's giving me the awakening that I'm like, you know what? I'm done with Iowa. I'm good. My 18-year-old is about to graduate. I really wanted to get him focused and out of high school. And so now in the past month, I've been in preparations of going ahead and moving back either to Detroit directly or back to Ohio. So
hold
it's
on.
not
We got some paid questions, honey.
okay.
Katrina said, so I'm curious. A man you know for 2 years, and you said it's your
For
fault
five
because
years. For 5 years. We've been friends before we were friends first, and that was in 2000 that we met.
how? Okay, so a man you know for 5 years, but she says 2 years, and you said it's your fault because you haven't made him a priority. So you have been wasting time. So if you're not making him a priority, would you have an issue with another woman making him a priority. Katrina, she up here to find him a woman. So that part.
No, I wouldn't have another problem with a woman making him a priority. He is a man, and there are needs that he does have in person in his life right now.
Girl, you.
I'm not.
She sent $50 to send a stupid question. It's like why would she care? Why would she care? Literally, she said, "This man is not my priority." So why would she care if another woman makes him, makes this man a priority? Why? It would be more. It would be more evident if she made this man a priority, and then another woman actually make this man a priority. Right? So it's like she actually cared about this man a lot, and she's possibly fearful.
Before I don't know. Listen, everyone says he's in prison.
No. Go tell your brother bring me his phone. I called him earlier to tell him that I was doing this, and he was like, "Babe, are you serious?" But no, he's not in prison. He lives in Detroit. Like I said,
hold on. I'm gonna get to these questions. Okay, are you currently his only girlfriend? Does he currently? Is he okay with you being involved with other men, women? If not, so yeah. Does he currently have other girlfriends? I say yes to that, but what's the answer?
I would say yes to that. We don't talk about that because that's not a priority of us. When we spend time together, I don't spend time with him.
This is a thing where women, I think the issue is that women are making situationships as what they're in. As women are reinterpreting situationships as actual relationships. Men that are not committed to you. Men that sees you as only a fun time, as maybe a friendship. Maybe a booty call or a hangout whenever he wants it. As an actual relationship. I think women are trying to reinterpret situationships.
Asking him about what he's doing outside
don't spend time together. You just told me y'all ain't seen him almost 2 years.
That's physically, but we're on the phone a lot. We FaceTime all the time.
Okay.
He does classes.
Would he be okay? Would he be okay with you being involved in another man?
I don't know because it's not my interest. It's not honestly hasn't been my interest to be involved in other men. I got on your app before I reconnected with him recently.
Don't cut me off because you keep doing that, and that's why we getting confused. So now we gotta get this story straight. So now you're telling me you said at one point in time y'all been in this relationship for almost 2 years. You haven't seen him since 2023. We're in 2025. But then you said you got on my app. My app came out in the duration of this 2 years. So it's impossible for y'all have to been together for 2 years. So which one is the story?
Okay, so let me explain. We met in 2020 and we became friends and we became sexually active. As a Hebrew Israelite, he does feel like, okay, you're my priority because I'm having sex with you at that time. I, again, moved here to Iowa in 2023. So given that I put more distance between us, it wasn't to me like, oh, yes, we're in a relationship. Okay, so I had a lot of freedom.
That wasn't, okay, so now we're getting somewhere because this story's changing.
Yeah, so I had a lot of freedom.
No, hold on. Answer this directly so we can follow the story.
Okay.
When do you consider how long y'all been in a relationship?
See, that's the thing. I consider our relationship at the start of it in 2020. Have we had separation? Have we had separation between there? Absolutely.
Tanika, you don't have to give a lot of explanation. Just answer the question. When did y'all relationship begin? So
2020.
Okay, so you feel as though y'all been in a relationship since 2020.
Yeah.
Okay,
absolutely.
So why you just told me you was on my app and y'all wasn't in a relationship when you was on my app, and that was last year?
Because I put distance between us by moving here to Iowa, and so I was looking around to see if maybe there was something else out there for me.
Okay, so then it's not true that y'all been in a relationship since 2020.
You know, you're asking me two different things. You said when do I feel like we started a relationship? Yes, I consider that.
When did our relationship end?
It didn't end. We just took breaks because I moved 10 hours away. So it never
A birth-
ended.
So was okay because I'm trying to follow along what you said. So last year when you got on my app, was you single or was you in a relationship?
I considered myself single at that time, but I was
Okay,
still
that's the
dealing
point
with
I'm trying
him.
to make.
I was still dealing with
so
him,
from that
talking to him,
time,
and
so
Stop. Yeah, just answer the question directly. You're making excuses and adding context is like you're making yourself sound more stupid.
everything.
so you haven't. So if you considered yourself single last year, then you don't consider yourself in a relationship since 2020. Both things can't add up, honey.
Yes, because you said, when did I start my relationship with him? And
But
he and
but no,
and
but
now, have we
no,
had
pause.
breaks?
I want no
Have we
pause,
had
pause,
have we
pause,
had
pause.
breaks?
No, you
We
cannot. So you
have.
tell me. So okay, so you were single last year when my app came out. When did
Mhm.
y'all get back into a relationship?
Around October of last year is when we got back good. Around October of last year. But I don't feel like our relationship started October of last year, because even though I was out here by myself, and like I said, I put this distance between us by moving out here, I still always had an affinity for him. I still always had a love for him. He still
This is why this woman is making this episode so long. She's a mess. She's chaotic. She's got.
always called and checked up on me. We were friends throughout this entire time. But there was a time and a period that, yeah, I did slip up with my baby dad because I was moving around out here like I was single. But I don't consider that break like definite from him, because it was never definite from him. We always pick up exactly where we left off, and that's fine for me.
Okay, so this one said, so you left Ohio for safety, but you send kids back every year
Yeah,
to a
because
man
their
that
father is there.
can't come.
He's not their father, but my kid's father is in Ohio. All my family is in Ohio. Everybody is in Ohio. So
So and
yes,
he's in Ohio too.
he's in Michigan.
Oh,
He's
he's
in
in Michigan.
Michigan. So he's closer to Ohio. So when I was in Ohio and he was in Michigan, we saw each other very frequently, because Michigan is only 3 hours
She didn't read the full question, not showing how the hypocrisy of this woman.
away. So I would go there, he come here, and we've seen each other frequently. And we were
So
friends and we were lovers during that time. But when I put distance between us, that's him. That's what he and I share. Because remember, he and I have been friends prior to putting this distance between us. So no, it's not like
when
I
did
would
your
start a
friendship
relationship
begin?
anywhere. What'd you say?
When did your friendship begin?
In 2020.
Okay, so the friendship began in 2020. When did he become your boyfriend then?
In 2020.
So you met in 2020 and you became boyfriend and girlfriend in 2020.
Not right off, but yeah, we met, we were friends. I didn't want to mess with him like that at first. But in our friendship just grew. And then one night we were sitting at dinner, we were talking, we ended up taking it to another level. And that's what it was. And it was like that for
Here's
years.
Garden Rose. If a man wants to see you, he will. You could have met him in the
Absolutely.
middle of, you could have met him or you could have surprised him with a vacation. This gives low self-esteem, loneliness. She's settling. The bar is so low.
Yeah.
What?
I'm sure that's how everybody would feel. People are entitled to their opinion, but I know what I live. You know what I'm saying? I know what I
Why call us with this story when you know that
because I'm in
everybody on the internet
Iowa.
is going to think this is crazy? So why even share
Okay.
this with the internet?
Because I'm in Iowa, there is not a lot of polyamorous opportunities here for people who would come into this situation and understand the
But
situation
y'all
and
are
be
not even in
okay.
the same city. So how does a woman like
Because
you're
we are because we are going to be, like, my house is being packed up right now. I'm relocating.
Then wait until you go to. Like, seriously, you are going to find a woman. You want a woman in this relationship. Now you expect this woman to uproot her life and move along with you. Like, she's your slave. It's like, this is the thing where a problem with a lot of women where they don't care about anyone else besides them. They don't realize that, you know what? This other person isn't your carbon copy. They are an individual. They think how they think, they feel how they feel, They act how they act. You don't determine it. This chaos. Women are so chaotic. It's just absolute so chaotic.
Relocating back to either Michigan or back to Ohio. And so we will be in more comfort space. And mind you, that's within 6 months or less. I'm just waiting for the
Okay, so
2
with
year.
that being said, why not call us back then? Why not call us back when you actually have seen him in person? It'll be 2 years since you touched him, and now y'all together. Why call us now to find a woman
Because
that?
I tend to fall in for friends. And so I want to find somebody that we can vet a friendship with, because it's not like I'm gonna just take somebody in and say, come on in and join us in this circle. No. I want to be able to build something with a female who understands the dynamic of what's going on and is comfortable with what's going on and is okay bringing herself into this to add value to what we got going on. He's
Hold on,
about
real
to
quick, not
jump.
because
Like I said, he's an engineer. He's about to jump back into real estate, and so yeah, because she like, if you haven't seen him in 2 years, and you know why? How is that your boyfriend? But it's,
I
you
just
know,
feel like
those,
even if you felt that's the case, calling me and us with this story, you know what this is going to do. Like, you
yeah.
know what the energy
But
you're going to get.
I'm not oppressed. I'm not pressed about like what people think is the opportunity. Listen, I'm in Iowa. Ain't a whole bunch of black people out here. It's not a whole bunch of people that's interested in polyamorous situations or opportunities. And so this was the quickest way to get interest, at least to see if there was interest out there. That's all. That's
Okay.
all. And that's what your show
Where
was
did you
for,
meet
right?
him? They said, where did you meet?
Okay, so I'm friends with his sister, and I met at his sister's. Yeah, you can FaceTime him. That's my 19-year-old. My 19-year-old is about to FaceTime him. So I met him. Me and his sister are close friends. We're like family, and he was coming down, staying with his sister, and that's how we met. And add value. Then this was the quickest way to find that person.
Okay.
Um,
Well, okay, because I gotta go. You said you're on the dating app.
I was, yeah. I stopped because I didn't, like I said, I didn't find nobody. It
Well,
wasn't nobody.
girlfriend, okay, you know that's the way that the woman's gonna reach out to you. So you gotta set up your
Right. So
profile if you
I'm
wanted somebody to.
a ruckus, but it really isn't as complicated as people want to make it be. It really isn't. I'll be back in Columbus. We'll be back and forth from Detroit to Columbus, and it's really not as.
Well, your story changed a couple times, so that's what got it. That's what made it
It's not
complicated.
that it changed. I maybe wasn't as clear as I should have been as far as the
No, it
timeline,
changed a
but it
couple
didn't
times.
change.
It
It
did
really.
change, girl. I can rewind it. You when you brought up my dating app, you said you were single. Then you said you've been in a relationship for two. Cause you said you've been in a relationship
Yeah,
for 2 years. I was like, my
because
ex
I had
husband been
put
out for 2 years. So how could you have been single within a year? Which one? It can't be both answers.
I took it that way because I had put so much space between us,
I
and
mean,
it was
that's fine.
really
Listen, Tanika. That's Tanika. I'm sorry.
Tanika.
That's fine. But what I'm saying is, you told the story two different ways. So that's why
Okay,
I was confused.
so
You
my
told two different
apologies.
things.
I didn't mean to confuse
The name is weird. Tanika. It's like
anybody. It's just that, like I said, I had put so much space in between us. I was out here in Iowa, so I'm like, let me see, what opportunities might be out here.
Okay, I
Um,
actually have to go. Is he coming on FaceTime?
no, he hasn't answered.
He would have came to see you regardless of what you felt.
And that's fine. That's your perception, and that's fine for you to
That's
have
just the
that
fact.
perception.
That's how men are. If
And
he
you're
wanted
and
to
you're
come, he would come,
and you're
regardless of what
absolutely
you say.
right. You're absolutely right. But the fact that he hasn't traveled anywhere because he hasn't come to see me,
Because
I
he
don't.
got holidays
It's
with his wife.
it's not a problem for me. That's not a problem for me. That's
We
not a problem.
know.
Yeah.
Listen, I literally asked to be honest with
So
you.
to keep having to drive that point is
No,
unnecessary.
to be quite honest, I'm actually sad. This makes me sad. Like I know
Really?
yes, you are making me sad. Like for real. Like I think I'm coming across so aggressive because I so want you to wake up that it breaks my heart that you do not get it, but I can't do anything to help you get it. So it's actually
Right.
very sad to me.
Right. So don't be sad about it. Don't be sad about it because I'm good. I'm good. So you shouldn't be sad about it. I
I'm not. I'm done. I've said this countless times before. This is why I have no sympathy for women when it comes to the dating market. They are their own enemies. However the dating market is, however, whatever situation they're in or whatever's happening in their dating life is 100, I don't know if I should give any leeway, 90 to 100% their fault. It's their doing. It's women who either make dating hard or easy. 100%. I believe 100%. Women have the power to either make dating hard or easy for them. So whatever your dating is, it is the result of your own actions. So yeah, why would I have sympathy for you? This is why Kevin Samuels never had sympathy for all the women that called him. You did it to yourself. So, if this is her relationship, fine, whatever. But I would definitely call stupidity if another woman wants to get into this mess. So, what do you guys think?